Have you ever looked at those videos as a new creator? You know, the ones that say, do this if you don't get 500 views consistently, and thought, 500 views? I'd be happy to get 50 views consistently. I get it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what to actually do if your videos aren't getting the views you hoped for, whether that's 50, 500, or 5,000. But more importantly, I want to shift the way you see those numbers so you don't burn out before your channel even gets a chance to grow. Let's jump in. Let's talk about that 500 view mark for a second. Who decided that was the definition of success? There's no scientific reason to it. It's just a number that's stuck. Why not 263 or 1316? These numbers are made up, but they mess with our head like they're gospel. When creators start believing that 500 views is normal, it makes anything less feel like a failure. But that's not the truth. Let me tell you how I see it. When I posted my first video, I barely scraped together 5 views. Yes, 5 views. But that was okay because I kept going. And then over time, I started seeing 10 views and then eventually 50. And wow, was I happy to see 50. That felt huge. I eventually started seeing hundreds of views on a regular basis. Each view I get, I recognize as somebody stopping in their day and giving me their time. Here's how I look at it. 5 views, that's the beginning stages. 10 views, now you're starting to show a little progress. 50 views, that's a genuine win. You should celebrate that one when you get it. 100 views, that was definitely a milestone I celebrated. 500 views, that's a milestone we all should be working towards eventually. But it definitely shouldn't be known as the base level of what we should all be getting. Imagine this. If you were in a room with 50 people, and I mean strangers, and you were having to talk to them, you would probably feel nervous. That's not nothing. That's meaningful. That's impact. So why don't we brush off 50 views like it's a failure? Those could be 50 parents on their lunch break, 50 creators just like you, or 50 people we've helped learn or feel something different. The start of an audience. If just two or three of those come back to watch some future videos and one of them subscribes, you're building something real. Another thing that we rarely hear as new creators is talking about the long game. Don't underestimate the long tail value of your videos. We've been trained to think that if a video doesn't succeed in the first 24 to 48 hours, that it's a flop. We chase that rush of instant success. And when we don't get it, we assume we failed. But that's not how YouTube works, especially if you're posting searchable content. As you guys know, I post a lot of searchable content on my channel. And a lot of my videos don't hit 500 views in the first couple days. Some of them start off slow, maybe 10 or 40 views per day, but they keep going. Every day I see those numbers climb. Every day they get more views. And most of those videos that aren't even getting a lot of views also bring in subscribers. Why? Because searchable videos don't expire. If they solve a problem or deliver valuable content, YouTube will keep testing them days or even weeks after you've posted them. It's not about chasing viral hits. It's about building something that works for you while you sleep. That slow and steady growth, that's real. The more videos you put out there, the more hooks you have in the water. Each one is another opportunity for somebody to find you for the first time. So instead of stressing about low numbers in the first few days or months of your channel, zoom out. You're building a library of valuable content that will continue to grow in the background. That's what podcasts do. That's what blogs do. And that's what smart creators do. Now, here's a real gut check. Are you trying to improve with each of your videos? When I started, everything I did was terrible, which, if I'm honest, made improvement pretty easy. But once you get a bit more confident, it's tempting to start coasting. You start to feel like this is good enough. And it's then that your growth starts to slow. That's when you need to get intentional. Pick one thing to improve in your next video. Just one. Go back and look at your last 5 uploads. Can you point to a specific improvement in each one? If not, no shame, but it's time to set a goal for the next video. Better audio, smoother cuts, clearer hook. Small improvements stacked over time, they'll make you a much better creator than a viral hit ever will. Now, here's something you don't hear enough. Sometimes you don't need to change a thing. I don't mean to stop improving, I just mean stop panicking. When we first post videos and they get low views, your instinct is to tweak everything. Change the title, change the thumbnail, even change the video. But in the beginning, low views and impressions is normal. It doesn't mean your hook is broken. And with small numbers, your analytics won't give you reliable numbers anyway. One of my biggest frustrations in the beginning was how many of the big channels were telling me to A B test my thumbnails. Take the time, make 2 or 3 thumbnails of different options and A B test them, and YouTube will tell you which one's the best. Not when you're getting less than 50 views, they won't. I did this for like 10 videos in a row and waited the time to see what that testing was going to give me. And it always came back not enough views, inconclusive data. I still had to pick which one I wanted to have. So I realized that in the beginnings, I was wasting my time. Now, granted, did I learn a lot of things in the time that I spent making 3 thumbnails for every video? Absolutely. And hopefully, we're starting to see some of that increase in some of my future thumbnails. But in the past, I'd have a high intention rate on a video and maybe only have 15 views and think, wow, my hook must have been really great. And then I would use that same hook on a future video, and my retention rate would tank, which turns out it wasn't a magic hook after all. Sometimes you need to just let the video do its thing. Focus on what you can control. You know what I can't control? I can't control which plants in my garden grow the fastest. I can't control how much I water them, what kind of fertilizer I give them, and the environment I create for them to grow. You can control your effort, your consistency, and how much time you spend learning and improving. Get out there and plant those seeds, water them, and then give them time and space to grow. And just so we're clear, it's not your fault. There's no secret setting in YouTube that tells the algorithm to forget your content. Trust me, I've looked. There's no magic checkbox that you forgot to click. I've thought that. It's not your face. It's not your hair. And it's definitely not your accent. YouTube is just hard. And everything that you're feeling right now, somebody else has felt it too. I know I have. Creators, big and tall, have all stood in the same place you're standing right now. And yeah, it can feel lonely, but you're not alone. There's a whole community of creators out there doing the same thing you're doing, trying, failing, learning, and pushing forward. So here's what I want to know. What do you do when your video doesn't hit the numbers you'd hoped it would? Let me know in the comments. Let's be real about it, because that's how we grow. And if you need a boost, check out my video on how to shoot with your iPhone. Because if you've got a phone, you can start creating right now. Thanks for hanging out with me today. See you guys out on the next one.